Hi class, this is Miss Champagne and I'm going to teach you how to round numbers. This is IXL lesson 7-D.4 and we're going to use the number 104.475224. First we're going to round to the 100,000th place and pay attention that it has a TH which means that it's behind the decimal. We're going to go ahead and label the place values first. So I'm going to call the decimal the ones place. This 4 is in the 10th place with a TH. If this is the ones place, before the decimal, the 4 is in the ones place. So we have ones, tens with an S. So going behind the decimal, we consider the decimal in the ones place. The first number behind the decimal is in the 10th place with the TH. Ones, 10th, the 7 is in the 100th with the TH. That means that this 1 is in the hundreds place with an S. Ones, 10th, 100th, 1000th. 10,000th, 100,000th, and millionth with the TH. So if we're rounding to the 100,000th place, I'm going to first underline the 100,000th place, which is the number 2. Then I'm going to draw a wall. That wall represents that that's where my number has to end. I cannot include any numbers behind the wall. This number behind the wall tells us what we're going to do with this number 2. There's only 2 things that's going to happen to this 2. It's either going to round up to a 3 or it's going to stay a 2. If this number is 5 or more, you're going to raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. I see that this number is a 4, which means that it's not strong enough to push this 2 up to a 3. This is the only number that's going to change if it's a 5 or more. All the other numbers will remain the same. So when we round to the 100,000th place, this number is 104.4752, and you end here at the wall 2. This is rounding to the 100,000th place. 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000, 100,000. That means you stop at 100,000. We're going to take this same number and we're going to round to the 10,000th place. Ones, 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000th. Underline your 10,000th place, draw your wall. That means in our answer, all we can have is these numbers. We cannot have any numbers behind the wall. The number behind the wall tells us what to do with this 2. There's only 2 things that's going to happen to this 2. Either it's going to move up to a number 3 or it's going to stay the same. This 2 is not strong enough to push this 2 up, so it remains the same. So our answer in rounding to the 10,000th place is 104.4752. And this is to the 100,000th. Now we're going to take the same number and we're going to round to the 1000th place. Let's identify our 1000th place. Ones, 10th, 100th, 1000th. Put a line under your 1000th place and draw your wall. Our answer, no numbers behind the wall can be in our answer. The first number behind the wall tells us what to do with the 5. Again, this 2 is not strong enough to push this 5 up to a number 6. So it remains exactly the same. So rounding to the 1000th place, all numbers in front remain the same. 475 is our answer.